Does Revelation 5 validate Revelation 12? Specifically giving a lot more information and validating that Revelation 12 starts the tribulation and great tribulation. And if you go follow through Revelation 12, it ends the tribulation and great tribulation. So let's go through and see almost what I'm talking about there. In Revelation 5, in verse 1, it says, "Then I saw in the right hand of him who sat on the throne a scroll with writing on both sides, and sealed with 7 seals. And I saw a mighty angel proclaiming in a loud voice, Who is worthy to break the seals and open the scroll? But no one in heaven, or on earth, or under the earth could open the scroll, or even look inside it." That's the key verse, so we'll come back to that. But I'll just finish it up, not the whole chapter, but just a few more. "I wept and wept because no one was found who was worthy to open the scroll, or look inside. Then one of the elders said to me, Do not weep. See, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the Root of David, has triumphed. He is able to open the scroll and its 7 seals." Verse 6, "Then I saw a lamb, looking as if it had been slain, standing at the center of the throne, encircled by the 4 living creatures and the elders." Wow, that is blowing out there. "The lamb had 7 horns." I don't need to go through that. So, let's look at the key portions of that particular part of the chapter. And that is going to be in Revelation 5, verse 3. "No one in heaven, or on earth, or under the earth could open the scroll." So what other option is there? There's no, if it says nobody under the earth, then we don't have the ability to say it's in Sheol. Or anyone on the earth, because it said nobody on earth. It's nobody in heaven. Well, that only leaves one spot, and that is the region between earth and heaven. Specifically what you would think of as in the clouds. So let's look at that. Let's then go to Revelation 12. And I'm going to start at verse 5. "She gave birth to a son, a male child, who will rule all the nations with an iron scepter. And her child was snatched up to God and to his throne. The woman fled into the wilderness to a place prepared for her by God, where she might be taken care of for 1,260 days." So, when the child is born, he's snatched up to the throne room. So, Revelation 5 is saying that the seals, when he first came and saw the seals, the Messiah wasn't there. He wasn't in heaven. Why? Because he was being snatched up at that time. So that's the start of everything. That's the seals kind of start things, and we know Revelation just said, "Hey, I'm looking back, and you should see the start of this with Revelation 5 in Revelation 12." Now, again, it will be a great sign in the heaven, whether it's the one that happened on September 23rd, 2017. We know at that point in time, if that, let's assume for just purposes of argument, let's assume that were the case. The seals could not be opened until at least October 13th, 2017, because that's when Jupiter left the belly. That's where the birth occurred. That's where you started the 1,260 days. So that gives us additional information to look at for the seals. Now, why do we have any other verification from Revelation 12 that it is a full 7-year period? And the answer to that is yes. Let's continue to look in Revelation 12 in verse 14. "The woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle so that she might fly to a place prepared for her in the wilderness, where she would be taken care of for a time, times, and half a time, 3.5 years, out of the serpent's reach." Those are the people who are on the Exodus. Again, there's another group that will come in later in the chapter and in Revelation 2 with regards to the persecuted church. But Revelation 5 just kind of validated that Revelation 12 starts the whole shebang. Because it's the only way it works. Where else is the Messiah going to be during that period of time? So, it's something to think about and something to look about. Again, I would look at it and say, okay, he must have been in the clouds, somewhere above earth and below heaven at that time. So, and again, there was certainly a waiting until the Messiah then appeared. Revelation 12.